birthday, but.
Morning, everybody. It's the 22nd of June. We're Signal Centre Talking Ball. I'm Joe Neighbour, joined by Steve and Ian. How are we, gents?
Very well,
All
thank
good,
you.
all
You?
good.
Good. Yeah, both have a good Father's Day.
Yeah.
Lovely, thanks. I believe.
Good. Excellent stuff.
I won't say the kids were running around after me, but
Well, one of mine was at a sleepover at a friend's in the garden, socially distanced, of course. They had
Yeah.
one man tents each.
Oh, really?
It was summer solstice, wasn't it? So I don't know how much sleep she got. She said she had 6 hours, but I don't believe her. Anyway, she was up for school today. I didn't get anything from her yesterday. No breakfast in bed, but the boy did some breakfast in bed for me, so that was all right.
Nice one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't ask for much, do we?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Is it Tracy's birthday today, Joe?
No, 26th.
All right. Did we just miss her going behind you? Was she in
Yeah.
a birthday suit?
No. I was pushing her out the door.
Yeah.
The kids are up as well, you see. No, Charlie
Are
didn't work.
they at school? Sorry, no, not.
No,
Woody at school.
Woody's got four hours a week.
Okay.
He did, what was it? Thursday afternoon, I think, last week, and he's got Wednesday afternoon or something this week.
Cool.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds easy.
Little spike up in the infection rate in Germany, I hear.
Yeah, so let's get on to some news, shall we? So, I mean, overnight the equity markets, it looked like it was in for a bit of a bashing on the open, but they all seem to be bouncing back pretty strongly since we've opened 50 minutes ago. In Germany, the R rate jumped from 1.79 to 2.88 in just one day. So that's pretty significant. I think they're having riots as well, are they? And
it's linked to a slaughterhouse. I don't know how it's linked to an abattoir.
Yeah, I think it's just a high in. Obviously that it's sort of spread throughout the abattoir quite quickly, and that's the reason for the spike. It's a 3 or 4 day average actually, the spike. But yeah, they've got. I think they've locked down a small town or small sort of like living area with about there's 700 people there, and 500 of them were quite happily locked down, and 200 tried to escape or something. So it sort of kicked off a little bit but it's obviously it's quite sort of confined to an area in Germany. It's not sort of like a cross-German spike in the rate. It's obviously.
Yeah.
I saw also that Apple had closed a number of its stores across various states in the US, so obviously that's not a great thing. And I imagine now it's a case of trying to save the sort of summer tourism and get some sort of boost to the economy from that.
Yeah.
Well, Trump's rally isn't going to affect anything, is it? He had a million people supposedly signed up to go to the rally, and 6,000 turned up.
Although the Trump's administration said there was 12, they said 12 had gone through the metal detectors or something, and the official number was half of that.
6,200 was it?
That's it. Yeah.
That was the fire chief, but they reckon it was loads of people signing up through TikTok or something. Trying to, because obviously the tickets were free.
Yeah. So
it was loads of people trying to piss him off.
Okay.
To take all the allocated seats and then not turn up, basically.
Oh, I see. Right.
Yeah. Whether or not that's true.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I don't believe a lot I read today nowadays.
No. So, have any of you come across any charts that look interesting this morning or setting up for the week?
Yeah, anything with sterling in it, I think. This is sterling yen. The basket chart to start with.
Sterling dollar you got there?
Sorry, sterling yen, isn't it?
That's sterling dollar.
Sterling. That's not my chart.
No, you show my chart, Joe.
Sorry about that.
I was getting really confused. Getting really confused then.
Doesn't take much.
No, that's true. Morning doji star on this bad boy. Going back to there, there's sterling dollar. Morning doji star. Euro sterling starting to come off the top from a pretty close to 50% level. Sterling Aussie was one that caught my eye only because of this, and this was something that I looked at over the weekend actually. If it plays out, I got some resistance at 184.44, And obviously 361.8% fibs aren't very common, but they are in a crab pattern. And then we got this gap open overnight with Aussie opening weaker, and then we've dipped down, closed the gap, and then I'm wondering whether or not we're going to rally up to there. So yeah, basically anything with sterling in it, I'm looking to buy. I'm personally long of sterling Aussie and short of euro sterling this morning.
Interesting. Steve, you had your sterling dollar chart open. Were you looking at anything along those lines, or are you contrary to what Ian's? So you're
On a
selling a
sort of
rally.
like, on an intraday basis, I'm sort of like going with the short term trend. But I mean, it's sort of like there's a little bit of a head and shoulders pattern here, a bit of bearish divergence on the 4-hour chart. But yeah, I'm sort of I think we're like decision time probably, like Ian says, in sterling. We've definitely got we're if you look at on the weekly chart, we're sort of like right in the middle of this these big spikes here. So it's looking at shorter term. Well, I'm sort of trying to stick with the trend of it if you can. After last week's sell-off, it's posting sort of like a couple of bearish weeks.
Battering on Friday, didn't it? Sterling, across the board, really.
A nice bit of follow through. Not quite as enough for the gun to the head challenge. I think that would have been really nice if it had carried on. The euro sterling just is the interesting one. You are selling euro sterling, you're saying, aren't you?
Yeah.
Which is sort of in line with where I see the resistance at the moment. We had this 90.55 level that I've highlighted for a while now. Broke through there, no real follow through, and came back and closed below Friday. So it could go straight back into this range.
What I did notice over the weekend was on the MT4 with the DMARC indicators was that every single sterling cross had a 13 count.
So you're talking about
different time frames.
You're talking about the work at the weekend.
No, I was bored. So
you were looking at a chart.
I was looking at charts on Saturday for a couple of hours.
God. There's no hope for you.
And no, every single sterling cross. Let me just get this up. So 4 out. Let's have a look. This is go to euro sterling first. So euro sterling, there's a 13. Often indicates the end of a trend, the start of a new downward bias. How many times have we said that? Sterling dollar, if you go to that time frame, we've got a 13 and it's held. If we go to sterling Swiss, 13 count is held. If we go to sterling Aussie, I think that was a higher time frame. Where is it? Maybe I'm lying about that one. Here you go, on there, 15 minutes. So basically every single sterling cross has got a DMARC 13 in one time frame or the other. I quite like it when they all happen at the same time.
Yeah, I like to keep things a bit simpler because I'm a simple person. The only other one I was looking at is euro yen. We've had a decent sell-off in this. The last couple of sessions, I'm thinking about the sort of bullish divergence we're getting. The momentum is slowing as we're posting new lows. So I'm looking to buy a break. I was looking to buy a break a little bit higher on Friday. We continued the move lower, and we sort of like bounced off a nice. If you drill down onto the 4-hour chart, it's a nice little candlestick reversal formation. Morning doji star, and that's bounced nicely. So that's the only other one really I sort of like to look at on the forex pairs. Silver and gold, obviously, gold's had a highest level in since 2012 or something. Silver still has a bit of a way to go, but on the 4-hour chart, I think we've got this downward trend in resistance line. A break of here, I think we could extend higher, so there's a bit of safe haven buying in gold and silver. Equities, again, they're sort of like showing a little bit of topping price action, but are we going to get are we going to ignore it again?
Seems to be the way,
potentially.
doesn't it? I mean,
Yeah,
looking at the FTSE, I think you've called it as well. That level around about what 6315 is it?
yeah, yeah.
6314.
6315, 6320. I think I've got the stop in today for this trade, which has just been triggered at 62.75.
We go back to what 16th. It's just been chop, chop, chop.
Yeah, yeah. So
200-point range or so.
yeah, I mean, having had a go at Ian for looking at markets the weekend, I did look at them last night, just thinking because I saw something flash up about equity markets. So I had a look and they were lower. And every time they have this like move lower, I think, oh, it's an opportunity. This is it. This is the opportunity, or this is the sort of like the sell off. Yeah, and the Fed steps in, or whatever reason, it sort of like doesn't seem to have that follow through on the downside. And I don't know if the infection rate's going up and the global pandemic's sort of resurfacing, and the markets aren't sort of taking a nosedive, then maybe they're not going to, and they're going to detach even further from from reality.
I'm just looking at the FTSE. I'll just share my screen quickly. This is the overnight move down here. So we hit a low of 61.50 pretty much, and it's bounced by 139 points to the high, 2.26%.
Yeah.
And as you say, we're all waking up seeing the same news that the R rate has gone through the roof in Germany, and Apple are closing shops, and etc. etc. But no one seems to care.
No,
No.
it's bizarre, isn't it?
DAX, I mean, that's had another big move from the overnight low as well. The overnight low there of 11,992, and another significant move there. What was that? Yeah, 2.9%, 350 points. So I'm selling today at 12,415. We had a message through someone asking about the analysis that I wrote, saying 12,415 seems a long way away. Do you think it will get there today? Well, it's getting bloody close.
Yeah. I think if you look at the average true range, which is always an indicator, I like to look at in the FTSE, it's 158 ticks. And what have we had so far today?
Well, from the lows, we've had
138. So it's maybe telling us there's another 20 ticks to the upside before you'll get people coming in and selling it who put a bit more onus on the ATR.
What's the DAX ATR?
What symbol do you use?
I use GRX EUR.
So
I could have looked at it myself.
355.
Oh yeah, so I'm selling just above the ATR today.
Perfect. Well done. Nice.
That's where we want to be.
Yeah. So yeah, I think sort of like I do feel a little bit nervous. Maybe I've got into the FTSE a little bit early, but I think that 63.15 area is the sort of a little bit pivotal. If it was, that would probably be an equivalent level in your DAX.
Yeah, maybe.
So maybe I'm a bit early. Maybe I've just it's happened a few times.
Well, you've been early. Yeah, so I hear. The other trade we got triggered.
Better than not turning up at all, though, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
The other trade we got triggered on earlier this morning was gold. As Steve said, it broke out above that resistance that had been sort of capping the upside around about 1745. We've got the highs up here from back in May at 1765, so we haven't quite got up there yet. I was looking at buying the retest of this sort of inverse head and shoulders. I mean, not strictly, because obviously it's still in an uptrend overall, but we've seen a nice pullback to about 1745, and that's where we've been triggered. We've got a stop at 1731 and looking for a move quite a bit higher.
It's going to the head.
19. Yeah, it probably will be, yeah, because I like to back the ones that have been triggered early, but we will have a look at gun to the head quickly. See how we did on Friday. We were all short of sterling. Sterling New Zealand was the best mover on the day. 3.1R hit target on that. So that's 10 wins in the last 11 trades.
Well done.
Totally
you have to check these.
19R. Yeah, please do.
Yeah.
Steve,
19R, did you say?
Yeah.
In how many
19 hour, 11
5th of
days.
June.
Yeah. Steve, 2.85R on cable.
Yeah.
And Ian, you had a 0.79R win on Euro Sterling.
Oh, take it.
Just sort of died a little bit, didn't it, towards the
Yeah,
the
just
close.
sort of like.
Well, I wasn't even here, was I?
No, you weren't. You couldn't get on.
It was a
So
close
actually,
trade.
we'll have to
Okay.
explain that. The reason that Ian wasn't on Friday, but and he was really annoyed. He thought we'd blackballed him.
Yeah.
But he
thought-
did. We did sort of ask him what trade would he have done, and he said he would have bought Euro Sterling, and we
We-
put the levels in.
We
And
did put it into the premium Telegram chat, didn't we?
yes,
Yeah.
and then that's we're not
To
sort of like
validate it.
we're not just making it up. Although you may look at what we've done over the last 150 episodes and think, I'd like to see the proof of that, which a couple of people have asked for, which is fine. And we will sort of like try and create a summary of all the trades
There's
without
a summary
having to show
right
this
there.
spreadsheet.
I can say,
Yeah.
or you can go and look at 150 episodes on YouTube.
Yeah, that would be.
If you're really bored.
You go sit and do it the weekend, apart from looking at charts.
Exactly. It could be a new lockdown craze. We just get everyone to sort of like double check that we have sort of like done as well as we profess to have done.
That's what we claim. So
What is that?
132% increase
132%.
from, and another thing is worth clarifying, because we've had calls on this as well before, is people asking why the percentage jumps so much on a daily basis, even though the R is whatever it is. And the reason being is that the percentage gain is based on an increase from the initial £1,000 balance. So obviously when the results and how we calculate it is compounded, because we're always risking 1% per trade. So therefore the gains are obviously much bigger now because we're risking more on a per trade basis than we were initially.
Yeah.
So now the account value,
£1,000 initial balance.
Yeah, and now the account value is whatever it is, 2.5. What's it? What's the account value? 2,000.
£2,325.
So then, if we're risking 1% each, then obviously we're risking 3% of that, rather than 3% of 1,000.
Exactly. So we're risking £23.25 per trade.
I think we've confused so many people with what we just said. So hopefully that'll throw them off the scent.
Get them talking about it, and they can come.
I think it's all to do with I was going to say R or pips, but I can't say that anymore.
You guys had 72 winners. 49 R.
You have more winners than I have.
Yes, that's not important.
I've obviously got a little R, haven't I?
Get a big R.
I would need a bigger R.
Anyway, I'm going with this. Gold. We've sold it. Bought it today at 17.45 on our intraday analysis. So I am going to back that. I'm going to get a little bit of a worse entry at 17.47. But I'm going to keep the parameters the same. I'm targeting 18.19. Pretty big target. So I need to move that one, not that one. Move that one back there. My stop is there at 17.30. And my target, as I say, is 18.19. So 4.5 R if that comes in for me today. Buying gold.
Good luck.
Who's next?
You can go next, as we left you out on Friday.
I'm just doing this. 84.50. That'll do me. So buying. Oh no. Yes. Sterling Aussie. I was talking about for this beautiful crab formation. So going long at 180.46, targeting 184.50 with a stop at 179.72. Would like the stock markets to collapse and that Aussie dollar to follow suit. Sterling Aussie rally to the upside.
What was the stop on that? Sorry, Ian. 179.
179.72.
Okay, lovely. Thank you, Steve.
The only one I can really go with at this point in time, I'm going to preempt a break of the 120 level and going. Obviously, we're getting a nice engulfing type candle forming at the moment. If this is to continue by Euro Yen, so Euro Yen trading 119.89. Get in there. I can. Where's the low on that? 119.30. So let's put the stop at 119.59. Keep the stop nice and tight.
Oosh.
And I'm going to go for 122.89. Boom! Big, massive turnaround in euro yen. That's what I'm looking for today. 10-1 shot.
Whoa.
It is like backing a horse at 10-1. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, or the Grand National. The chances of it winning are pretty slim. That's why I'm going for it. I'm being aggressive and reckless.
Love it.
There you go.
Okay, thank you. So back to what we're expecting today. We are pretty light on the old economic calendar. I think we've got US Chicago Fed Index, which is at 130. We're expecting a rise from minus 16.7 to minus 4. And we've also got US existing home sales at 3 p.m., where sales are expected to rise 1.6% month on month. Anything else that you guys think we should be looking out for either today or throughout the week?
No, not really. Docket's a bit light, isn't it?
Yeah, just interesting in gold, sort of like, the highest level in 8
Bank
years.
of Canada governor speaking this afternoon. Macklem. And then it's PMI frenzy, isn't it, tomorrow? Apart from that, RBNZ rate decision overnight, Tuesday night, Wednesday morning.
Yeah, and if you're looking at the soft markets that we don't really analyse, but potentially, it's something that we sort of could look at in the future, is soybeans. Market's taken a breather after climbing to its highest level since early April in the previous session on the expectations of a strong Chinese demand. Yeah.
When are we starting the extra markets? We're going to start some extra markets, aren't we? We've thrown that out to the public yet.
Yeah, we are.
Or should we keep that top secret?
Yeah, let's do a big announcement on it, shall we? But yeah, I think this week, I think we'll look at that, or next week.
So we're starting looking at a couple of bonds, aren't we? Government bonds, some new US indices, Russell 2000 and the mid cap, S&P mid cap, and the Nifty 50.
The Nifty 50.
Nifty 50. Is that the Indian market?
Yeah. It is.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
so,
I think
we need to win it.
Europe might be a bit quiet anyway because I think we're going to be bathing in sunshine for the next week, judging by the forecast.
Definitely looks like it, doesn't it?
Could be a quieter week, maybe.
Yeah.
Unless there's obviously any spike in the R number, which doesn't really seem to bother anyone anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the German thing is like, obviously it's sort of very much in one area, and I think that's what you're going to get moving forward. You're going to maybe get sort of.
And also, they contained it very well the first time round, didn't they? So.
But is that going to backfire? As no,
And what is the official date for the pubs opening? Is it the 4th or the 6th?
No, they're putting that back. No, he said yesterday. Yeah, did you not hear it? Sheffield is shut down for good.
Especially all the 4 pubs around my house.
Yeah.
I know you've got to sign in when you turn up.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's track and trace or whatever. All these good ideas after the events.
Yeah, indeed. Okay, well, thanks, gents. Good show.
Cheers. Have a good one.
Be
Enjoy
back tomorrow.
Indeed.
Have a good day, everyone.
Cheers.
Bye-bye. Bye.